I'm Lauren Agresta. This is LA Life, a channel about my faith, family, food, and fitness. And today, I'm going to be making with you a Buche de Noel. It's a French dessert, classically around Christmas time. Most people have it Christmas Eve. And we know it as a Yule log. And it's basically a sponge cake, but we're going to cover it in ganache. So put your aprons on and let's get started. The first thing we need to do is obviously set the oven, and the recipe says 350, but as you can see, we have a very old-fashioned looking oven. So it's 150 degrees hotter than what it needs to be. So we're gonna set it to a little under 200, and then we're gonna prepare our pan. So most people have a normal flat, barely any rims on their sponge pan, but I just have a basic cookie sheet. It'll work just as good. I'm gonna get my Baker's Joy. This already has a little bit of flour in it, so it works great for cakes. There, that's all you need. We're gonna set that aside and get started on the cake. The next thing we need to do for our jelly roll sponge cake is sift all our dry ingredients and combine them together in one bowl. So we need about 3/4 a cup of all-purpose flour. I'm using 1/4 a cup, so I'll do 3 of those right in here. Teaspoon of baking powder. I'll do 1 of those right in there. And then get this. And 1/4 a teaspoon of salt right into the bowl. Stir. In order to make this sponge cake light, fluffy, airy, we need to whip these eggs till ribbon stage. So I'm going to go ahead and put them in a big mixing bowl. Okay. And got my whisk attachments. You can use a standard mixer, but this is what I got to work with. Okay, so you see, it took almost double time, obviously because I have a hand mixer, but you want to achieve that ribbon look as close as you can get it. See, it's just a stream. It's almost past the point of foamy. It still looks foamy, but it's a pale yellow color, almost white. That's what you want. Now we're going to add the rest of our wet ingredients to our eggs. That's why I picked almost the biggest bowl I have, so I can all add it in there. So we need 1 cup of sugar. Turn that off. Okay, I'm going to turn it on low. See that? That's ribbon. Okay, now we're going to add 1/3 cup of water. Oops, just add it in. Add our vanilla, 1 teaspoon. to fold in our dry ingredients to our wet. Because you don't want to break down that air structure at all, but still want to incorporate it just enough so the flour's not in clumps. We need to weigh all our batter as a whole, and then I'm going to divide it into 3. Now I have all my batter measured out to 6 ounces each. This one might be a little bit more, but that's good because we're going to keep this opaque color, and we're going to add red and green to these. Liquid coloring. Open it. Do a couple drops. It takes a lot to get red. Actually add peppermint extract, everyone suggested that, to the red batter. Give it a little something interesting. I'm going to do half a teaspoon. Smells good. 1, 2, 3. Mix that in. Maybe another 2. To assist me in this process, I've learned a cool trick. We need to get them all into piping bags. Don't cut them yet. Leave them. I got just 3 disposable piping bags. You're going to get any 3 cups. It can be plastic, whatever. We're going to set up each bag into the cups like this. Mix this up a little bit. It looks a little unevenly distributed. Pour that in. You may have to adjust the bag. Okay.
That's cutting it close.
Remember, don't like whip it again because you still want it to be airy. Here's the green. While you're letting the batter sit in the fridge for a little bit to firm up and not be so liquidy, you can make your cream cheese filling. And if you skip that step, if your batter looks fine and you're ready to pipe it out, then you can make the filling while the sponge cake's in the oven. But for me, I already made this filling because I kind of tested out this recipe before. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of cinnamon to what filling I already have, just to give it a little oomph and something different because it's just kind of cream cheesy. But it's basically 3/4 cup of cream cheese softened, 2/3 cup of heavy cream, 3 tablespoons of powdered sugar, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So you basically combine all that in a bowl, get a whip on it, combine it, and if you want to chill it for a little bit so it sets, and then when your cake's done and cooled, you can ice it. So I had my batter in the fridge for about 10-15 minutes. I'm going to pull it out now. Looks just about set. All right. And these cups really help because as soon as you cut the tip, you have to keep alternating each color. So it gives you a place to put it back in while you're alternating them. So I got my scissors. Cut right there. Still gonna be a little liquidy, but I just fold my tip up so it's not pouring out constantly. And you're always gonna overlap colors, so don't worry about it like this. We just want it straight in the oven for about depends on how hot or cool your oven is and your batter, but it'll start cooking right away. The light on. Alright, this is where you gotta be quick. So pull it right out the oven, set it on your towel. It still looks bubbly, but that's just all the air structure. Kind of release it from the pan. Yeah, some crazy. Just flip it right over. Look at the nice colors. You smell the peppermint that's baked. And you want to be careful taking the parchment off. It may come off in strips, whatever works for you not to tear it so much. I'm going to leave it right there while it cools. Oh. If you need to cut it, if you're like, this side looks a little iffy, then go ahead and cut it off. I mean, honestly, I'm gonna trim the edges because it just looks shaggy. So I just decided to flip it onto the table. It's easier sometimes to just roll it by itself. The towel's supposed to assist you, but if you can get it on your own, by all means. It will act like it wants to tear, but keep going. Make sure it's tight, tight, tight. Transfer it onto this wire rack. Put it in the refrigerator and chill it until completely cooled. It shouldn't take long, like 5-7 minutes. So you need a cup of heavy cream to 10 ounces of dark chocolate chips. So that's why I have 2, so I can I had some left over, and I'm going to top it off. And you're going to heat this over the stove and boil it, or just get it to a boil, and then remove it quickly so it doesn't scald. And you're going to pour that over your chocolate chips. So I'm going to go ahead and put my chocolate chips in a glass bowl. Oh. Like that. So it's just about to boil. I'm going to give it another couple seconds till it reaches the side. Pour it right over. Make sure all the chocolate chips are covered. And let that sit. Now we're just going to slowly, you use a whisk, but not because you want to really whip it, because you really don't want a lot of air bubbles. But you want to slowly melt it. All shiny. So rich. We're going to add our teaspoon of vanilla at this point. And stir that up. All right, it's ready to go. We're just gonna let it sit while we get our cake roll out. I unrolled it from the fridge, and now I'm gonna add my filling. As much as you think. I got a little offset spatula. You wanna spread it evenly. I see that cinnamon in there, so you're gonna have the peppermint, the cinnamon. I know that doesn't sound like it goes together, but it is. Now, from that same end, you're going to tuck it and roll. Now, try not to push too much because, you still want the filling in there. Now, see, the outside still looks nice and smooth. So I just took the Yule log out of the refrigerator. I let the filling set in it, so now I can cut it with a serrated knife. It's fragile. I want to cut off this end just about an inch, and this will be like the top of the log. It'll sit like that, and then we want to cut off this end to be the side of the log, like a little extension of a branch. Now we're going to cover it. you want to give your ganache a little bit of a stir so it's all mixed and ready to pour. Start from the top, get a good grip on the bowl so you don't drop it. Oh, it's a little wobbly. Just want to give it a nice cover on all sides. That shouldn't. You can wave it, you can do them straight, however you want to create your look. I made a little bit of icing. I put green with the leaf tip in this one and made some red and put it in a circle tip. So I'm going to go in. This icing's a little thick. So go until it stops. I have to tap it. Put 2 here. Tap it. Put maybe 1 on the end, or 2 on the end. Now go in with your leaf tip. Boom. Boom. Like that. I'm going to dust it with some powdered sugar. Now this is going to make it look like it has just snowed, which this won't happen in Louisiana. But this is just the same sifter I used earlier. Make it look all outdoorsy, and so that's it. That's the Buche de Noel. But thanks for watching. I had fun. Hope y'all enjoyed watching me make a Buche de Noel Yule log with y'all. Remember to subscribe to my channel and check out my latest video on my channel or my trailer and see what else I have in store on my channel. So thanks for watching again, and see y'all next time.